Hi everyone. I'm a little mad at myself because I just recorded a whole video with my little webcam face insert covering up a crucial part of the screen, so I have to redo the whole thing. But I'll make this fast. Anyway, I saw that Bottersnike, I think that's how you pronounce your name, they made this tool that lets you simulate the stick figure bending, like the stick figure from my last dance AI video, and like I showed a stick figure moving around, and I thought I wanted to play around with Bottersnike's tool because like A, it looks fun, and B, I could compare it with my own tool because I've got the code right here. So first of all, what should I say? Okay, I think I don't think it's worth putting my own code online because my version is not actually it's not interactive, so everything is predetermined about its animation. And two, Bottersnike's version kind of covers all the bases, so why would you need it? So first, okay, second thing, in my version, for whatever reason, I made it so that a lot of joints, like this hip joint thing, it can only go like that high because that's as high as I can kick. I'm very inflexible, but yeah, there's only like 180 degrees of motion with a lot of them, and I noticed with Bottersnike's, there's always 360 degrees. Like, I really like that because that means every single possible pose you can imagine is doable in this tool. So again, another reason why you should just use Bottersnike's version. Anyway, I wanted to talk about my own code because, like, why did I make it predetermined instead of interactive? So, like, if I click the play button right now, I'm not even touching anything. It's just running through the same animation that you see in the video. And the reason is, well, I wanted the motions of the limbs to be as smooth as possible, so I defined them with Gaussian curves, which are like the normal distribution. And that way it's, oh yeah, there's the spasm at the end. So, like, you can see in my code, I literally have this thing here. These lines define the function that all the joints use to determine how bent they are. Like, joints, the array is literally what tells it how much to bend. And make lump is like adding a Gaussian distribution onto that function. So you may have noticed that when all 10 joints are moving at the same time, there's no way I could ever achieve that if I had like a mouse click and drag kind of capability with the sliders, because I don't have 10 mice. And even with arrow keys, that wouldn't be possible either. So that's another reason why I made it non-interactive. But you can see that with make lump here, make lump, this function right here is a Gaussian curve because you're taking a, let me see if I can explain this well enough. Maybe not. The distance from the center of the Gaussian curve, if you square it, then you get a parabola, right? And then if you, yeah, you get a parabola, and then you flip it upside down, so it looks like this. And then if you take some number to the power of that upside down parabola, because both of the outer ends go really, really low, any normal number to the power of a really, really small number is almost zero. So that's why the ends of the tails of the Gaussian curve are almost zero. Also, I said normal number. I think that's like an actual term for something. I meant just like typical number, like 5 or 2. Or in this case, what is 0.5? That's like 2 to a negative exponent. Oh, forget about it. You don't need to know about how Gaussian curves are like created. But anyway, what's really cool is that if you just kind of create 10 Gaussian curves like randomly, so like the space and time is random, the width of the curve is random, and the amplitude is random, and it can also go negative because sometimes you want the limbs to bend backward. If you add up 10 of those random distributions, you get a very random looking curve, which explains the spasm at the end. But Gaussian curves don't have any discontinuities or cusps, so their sum is also smooth AF. So the joints still look like they're moving very naturally because there's no like jerkiness. So that's all I have to say. Time to get back to Bottersnike's thing. Also, I'm still watching the camera to make sure it's not covering anything up, and it's not, so that's good. Here's all the code if you want to see it. I'm not gonna put it online, but like just, that's it. Oh, I also have this class called lump, but that's not very important. And lump is like this thing, the curve. Okay, gonna go back to Bottersnike's thing because that's what this video is about. Trying to create different poses with it. So like I said, I really like how everything has 360 degrees of motion. Yeah, good luck. If I ever try to do that, I don't think I can do it. I know that last time I messed up the webcam camera by adjusting it halfway through, but I think this time we're good. So I already know the order because I already recorded this video. The first one is the hips. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. This is like a really good exercise for your abs, I think. And a good way to stretch out your hamstrings, right? Because like I can't do this like at all. I think the order is slightly different from my own, which makes sense because like you can't really define that. But I know it goes hips, then here's something I noticed in my last recording of this. It goes like right leg stuff, so like hips, knees, so right leg, left, no, I got that the wrong way around. Left leg, right leg, and then it goes right arm, left arm. So it's like asymmetrical. You're going right, left, right, which confuses me. And then you got the head. Yeah, it looks pretty gross to have the head go down. It's like a dead body. Anyway, in the video, in my last recording, I made him T-pose, so I'm gonna do it. I don't know why I said him, them. T-pose, so let's do it now. Okay, so straight arms, perfectly straight. Yeah, my standards for T-posing are like really, really high. I need it to be an exact T, otherwise it's just not worth it. So first of all, elbows, we need no bend, okay? Pretend like your arm is just one bone and there's no joint. Okay, so now we can move the arms up to perfect horizontal. Okay. Also, one thing I noticed, which is kind of interesting, is that on a stick figure like this, also the legs need to be perfectly straight. There's only one point along the stick figure that never moves. Can you figure out what point on that stick figure it is? I'll reveal the answer when I finish this T-pose. Yeah, I didn't get the knee perfectly straight here. Now it's straight. I think I also mentioned this in the last video, but it's interesting that when you make the arms perfectly straight like they are now. Oh yeah, I want the legs to oversect. Oversect? Did I seriously say oversect? I meant to say intersect or overlap, not both. So that was dumb of me. Anyway, oh yeah, when you make the arms perfectly straight like here, you notice that on the sliders, they are not perfectly in the middle of their like little slider thing. And I was like, why is that? I feel like a straight arm is like the center of everything. Well, I think it's because Bottersnike'S like default stick figure position has the arms slightly bent as if they're just naturally dangling, which means that if you want to make the arm perfectly straight, you have to deviate a little bit from the default. So that's why like this square isn't perfectly in the middle and this square isn't perfectly in the middle. Okay, so this is not my complete T-pose either because like I said in my last video recording, the head makes it look like a lowercase t because it's got a little thing sticking up, right? So like this is a lowercase t. Oh, I don't like how this looks, but like this is a lowercase t. And then if you bend your head down, then like you make it clear that like no, this is an uppercase t. So let's go like that. And there we go, the T-pose is done. Yay. Okay, and then the last video I also made him dab, which I shouldn't do because dabbing shows you don't respect yourself. You've lost all faith in your own ability to be a dignified human being. You are garbage and there's just no hope left for you. But I'm gonna do it anyway because I had him dab in the video too. Okay, so I'm very fast at this because I know exactly. No, I'm not fast at this at all. Okay, it's this one. Now, I was also going to mention there's one part of the dab that like my stick figure in the video didn't do. Okay, wait, let me back up. First of all, I did not purposefully make my stick figure here dab. I just had each slider in order kind of move back and forth. Like it was just like a mathematical equation moving by. And it just so happened that the right elbow was followed by the left elbow. So there was a time period in which like the right elbow was straight or about to straighten out as the left elbow was coming up like this. So it looked like a dab, but it was not intentional at all. And I think people are just overreacting and looking for things that aren't there. So the other thing I wanted to say was something that everyone forgets about with the dabbing is that this isn't a dab. Like if you just go like this, I'm not dabbing, right? Like I'm missing a very important element. And what's that element? Whoosh! You gotta move your head down. Oh, I just did it. I just lost all respect for myself. What am I doing with my life? But yeah, dabbing. Oh yeah, dab, 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 dab. See, like the head is almost the most important part because like that's the action that initiates it. It's the impact. So dab, 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 dab. Yep, quality content here. Okay, let's switch the arms as fast as possible. Okay, I can switch them so fast. Oh, I was gonna say, it would be cool if there's a button that you could click to flip everything horizontally, because like then you can see all the sliders moving automatically, and then you see like the opposite pose, and that would be pretty cool. But that's not there yet, or it doesn't have to be. I'm not like requiring anything to be made for me, but I'm gonna do it manually. So let's see how fast I can do it. And I'm gonna hold my breath while I do it to prove that I'm really fast. I made it. I didn't die. Although I didn't think there was a chance I would die because I knew this would take like 15 seconds. And I can hold my breath for about a minute, which isn't that long. But anyway. Yeah. Okay. I think you get the gist of how this toy works. And I'll put the link in the description. And Bottersnike, I'm like really blown away by how quickly you make these. Well, I don't know if you've done multiple in the past. I bet you have, but like the video's only been out for 2 days and there's already this. And I just think it's really cool that like people out there who like are capable of making cool stuff like this, like they understand programming well enough to do this, are also like watching videos and like, you know, they're not just like burdened with work all the time. We have fun, you know, we make fun things because we like to play around, and it's here and anyone can use it now. So I just really like that. So thank you, Bottersnike. And also I have to go soon to meet another YouTuber. Oh, it's secret. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.